Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Starscape Gaming. Check this out right here. Jurassic World Evolution 2 live stream with the devs starting right now, guys. 1 minute and 48 seconds with Frontier Development behind this. This looks like it's going to be awesome. Right now on sale for $14.99 or $17.99 for the deluxe edition, or premium edition $61.93. But I'm not gonna sit here and bore you with all the details about this. I'll be back with you in just a second to let you know what the devs actually are having to say about this and maybe a little bit of video from the developers. Catch y'all later.
Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Jurassic World Evolution 2 live stream. My name is Jens, I'm part of the community team here at Frontier, and it is my pleasure to tell you that the Feathered Species Pack and Free Update 6 is out now as of about an hour ago on PC, on Xbox, on PlayStation, on all the platforms where you can possibly play Jurassic World Evolution 2, and this is very, very exciting. It's been a lot of fun seeing everyone's reactions to the free update to the different species that we have in the Feathered Species Pack as well. And on this here launch live stream, we're going to talk about the free update, and we're also going to be talking about the fantastic, wonderful, amazing species in the Feathered Species Pack. And it's lovely to see so many people joining us on a much earlier stream than what we usually do, but that is how it is when we have a launch stream, and we are also excited about what's happening. So we're going to be having a lot of fun today. Luckily, I'm not going to do everything on this stream all alone. I'm joined by two wonderful people from the amazing Jurassic World Evolution 2 dev team. Say hello to Brian and Emma.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the stream, both of you.
Thank you.
Stream debut, I think, for both.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
Not done this before, but I'm very excited.
Yeah. How does it feel to be on the sofa?
Ooh,
Very comfy.
yes, it's much comfier than I expected when I see it on the stream usually.
Yeah,
Yes,
we try to make our guests feel as comfortable as possible before we broadcast them to hundreds of viewers watching us from all over the world.
That makes sense.
So, you know, just to remove any nervousness and all that stuff. For some people might not know you because obviously you haven't been on stream before, so why don't we start with some introductions. Emma, why don't you begin introducing yourself to the community?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, my name's Emma, and I'm one of the concept artists on Jurassic World Evolution 2, and I got to design some of the dinosaurs in this lovely pack. Dinosaurs and prehistoric species.
Yes, should be worth mentioning that it's not just dinosaurs, it's prehistoric species. So, I mean, as a concept artist, what do you... I know this is a big question, and I kind of hate to be asked this myself, but what do you do as a concept artist?
We draw the dinosaurs.
Right.
For the most part, yes.
Well, straight to the point.
Yeah,
There's more, but
you know, that's the gist,
The general
log
gist of it.
line.
the general gist,
All right,
yeah.
cool. Brian, let's jump in with you.
Right, so most of the things I'm going to say will match what Emma said. But my name is Brian. I am also a concept artist on Jurassic World Evolution 2.
All right.
And I have also designed some of these wondrous, fluffy creatures that we'll be looking at today.
That's so cool. And there's plenty of fluff to go around as far as the creatures are concerned. We will get to them at a later date. First, I want to talk a bit to both of you. I mean, all the developers I've had on stream always tell me that, even though it's my job to look at all the player reactions, obviously you can't help yourself and look at some of the player reactions yourself. How's it been seeing all the excitement, all the amazing reactions that people have had to these animals?
Yeah, no, super exciting. I saw when they released the teaser trailer for it, everyone just sort of went ham completely. It was just a lot of excitement, which is very nice to see because some of the creatures in this pack were the first ones I got to work on when I joined Frontier last year. Yeah. So, for example, Dinosaur was the very first thing I got to work on. So it's very nice to sort of see that out there.
See all your work come to fruition.
Yes,
basically.
and then see all the positive responses to them.
What about you, Emma?
Yeah, I think it was it was just incredible, overwhelming, but in a very good sense, overwhelmed with joy, seeing how happy people were seeing these fluffy creatures. They made us so happy. It was so hard to not tell everyone about them and have to wait until they were announced.
Yeah, because you really just want to jump into every single discussion and just be like, oh yeah, here's everything you need to know.
It's hard to resist sometimes. It's hard to resist. No.
Comment here from Sir Allosaurus over on Twitch saying you guys did a stellar job. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, shout out of course to the rest of the development team as well for all their impeccable work. The Park Insider says, I'm already in love with the Sinosauropteryx and its animations. Which,
hard not to be.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, exactly. Hard not to be.
Very, very cute.
The Pink Panther says, you Tyrannus, let's go. Lot of love for the feathered species coming in with this.
Oh, look at that little guy.
Yeah, you'll get to see it later. We're seeing some lovely things flying around and doing some cool stuff here. So let's get to my next question. We're going to take a closer look at the expansion very, very soon. Obviously, you both worked on this. You did amazing art for it as well. What's been your favorite thing to work on? We'll start with you, Emma. Do you have a favorite dinosaur, for example, or species, I guess, from the pack?
They are all some of my favorites.
Right.
I think my favorite would have to be the Sinosauropteryx because I just want one. Like in real life, they're about the size of a cat, like a large cat in real life.
At least a plushie, right?
Yeah, they'd be perfect to just pick up and snuggle with.
Yeah,
and
they've got the long fluffy tail.
Yeah, they might claw at you a little bit, but
I mean, that's
cats do.
I was about to say cats do that too.
It's average, typical cat, just like a Sinosauropteryx.
Do you have a favorite?
I do like all of them, to be fair, a lot. And I really enjoyed working on the patterns for the Geholopterus because it looks like a cute flying hamster.
But I think hamster was the wording that Reddit used.
But I do have a soft spot specifically for Dinosaurus just because it's the first thing I see in there. And he's just got a really long silly duck face.
Yeah. I mean, on sort of my end of things, obviously I work a lot with putting things up on social media and obviously I see things that I work on being received by the community. What's it like seeing and knowing this is a thing I worked on, it is now in a game? It's been so long that you've been working on this, like you said,
been a while,
it's the first thing you started working on, but I don't know, I feel like to me at least it would have been quite incredible to just finally be able to see, it is in the game now, it is out.
Definitely. I think that's a good way to describe it because it's almost hard to describe the feeling, right? Because it's finally out there, it's in a game, and it works, and it does all the things you would hope it would do, right? Because it's got the cool animations, it looks great, all the character and animation, all the other teams, they did a wonderful job on all of these, so it's just very exciting, I think.
Yeah, we make a 2D concept, we draw it digitally on our computers, and then we give it over to the 3D character team, and then they 3D model it, and they send us back an image of it, and suddenly this very cute fluffy creature is now looking at you, and it's real, it's 3D, and then you see it in the game, and then it gets animated, it starts moving around, and then my favorite bit is going in and hearing the sounds they add to it.
Yes, absolutely,
Love the sounds,
They do such a great job on that.
The audio team, I mean, obviously everyone in the dev team, very creative people, but some of the things that the audio team does, where they would just take a sort of innocuous sound and just try to twist it around and edit it and make it into a new thing, and then you hear it in the game and you think, yes, this sounds like what I assumed this thing would sound like. It's really cool.
It's also great when sometimes it's just like little voice bites of the staff themselves, and they just twist it,
Yeah, no one would
rip
know.
it until how would they know?
So what sort of research goes into some of these designs?
A lot.
Yeah, so I can describe the process roughly, if that helps. So
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
usually when I'm given a specific dinosaur to design, I tend to sort of dive into what they know about it. So I look at the wiki, I look at all the other stuff that's online. Like, does it have any, especially if it has any like particularly very distinct elements about it, like maybe it has a funky beak or a weird nose shape or a cool big crest, something like that. That's usually what I tend to focus on because I want to make sure I get that sort of right.
Yeah.
And sort of unique in its own way. And then I start just gathering reference from creatures that either remind me of it or could be cool inspiration for it. And then I just sort of start mixing and matching elements and smashing things together, painting on top of it until I get something that looks kind of
That is
okay.
the gist, right? You just smash things together until it looks cool.
Yeah, you just smash a bunch of things together
Yeah.
until it looks
I feel like
cool.
that's the sort of general gist of how they did it in Jurassic Park, sort of in universe.
Probably,
Because they
yeah.
say like, oh, we filled in
All
the
these random
genome
animals, yeah,
with other
throw it in.
things. You know, you
Yeah.
got the frog DNA, you got a bit of this, a bit
Yeah.
of that, and just like,
Yeah.
does it work? Yeah, sure.
And then
No.
you sprinkle some Jurassic IP over
Yeah.
it and make
Yeah.
sure it fits. And then as long as it feels like a real creature that could sort of work, it's okay, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's one of the challenges, right? Because we're a Jurassic Park game,
Yeah.
and we're designing these creatures. We want them to be accurate to the latest paleo research, while
Yeah.
also keeping it in style.
Yeah.
Sure.
in-
Yes. I mean,
so
it
it
has to fit
fits.
into the universe.
It's,
Yeah.
it's still
for sure.
Jurassic,
Yeah.
Jurassic World.
Well,
Yeah.
on that note, I could maybe review.
Oh yeah, let's show this off.
Good point.
Hello.
So,
this is my skull of the Utyrannus.
Yeah, I mean, model obviously, and not a
Yeah,
real
no,
life
it's not the real
Utyrannus
thing.
skull. That
This
would be
isn't the
incredible.
It's not life size.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the things we'll use when we're designing the dinosaurs. We'll look at the skeleton, we'll look
Yeah.
at the fossil evidence. And in this case, I was very lucky to have found this actual replica that we could get. So while I was designing it, I got to really see how the skull looks like in 3D, and there's a lot of kind of features you can like gather from
Yeah.
just from this. You can kind of see.
Yeah, because
How
if you
structured.
see this in like from the side on, it's easy to lose the little nuances, right? Like
Yeah.
for example, the ridge in the middle
Yeah.
gets kind of flattened out if you just see it from the side,
Yeah.
right? It's like,
That's so cool, though. That is really rad.
Oh, yeah, and I brought these
Yeah.
with me because they happen to be my favorite dinosaurs, the Sinosauropteryx and the Utyrannus. And I just have these at home because I love them so much that they'd fit in.
I like the skull looks absolutely incredible, and I would
cool,
like to
right?
have one of those as well.
Yeah,
so.
over a fireplace or something, like on a
Yeah.
shelf.
You know, it's a talking
Yeah.
piece. Like someone comes and is like, oh yeah, here's my dinosaur skull, and you know.
I tried finding one for the Dinocaris because it's got such a weird long ducky face. I couldn't find any.
They should make one.
They
Yeah,
should.
We need to
They
get
should.
working on that.
So, working with these feather species, obviously you work with some of the other species we've added to the game as well. Is there a difference to your overall approach, or is it generally the same when you create these, like the concept art and design?
Right. I think you're the best one to answer that one
Yeah.
because I have worked on a few scaly species, but not that many.
Yeah, I'd say it's actually quite similar. I mean, in some ways, it's almost maybe it's a bit easier because you've got a large amount of the body that will just be fur.
Right.
You can look into, we think about what kind of fur textures are going to be. So the Utyrannus in the game has got more of like a kind of like a yeti. I don't know how to describe it. It's a bit more like ruffled,
Sure.
a bit more
Fur
shaggy.
texture.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Dinocaris I think has a different.
He's
texture.
very like when I originally concepted his fur, I was looking at things like American bisons and some more like rugged creatures because it's basically a big walking swamp monster, right? When you think about it, that looks very friendly and does a lot of scritchies.
Yeah.
So I was expecting it to have some sort of like a rougher, kind of more swampy fur, but not like the really droopy bit. Apart from the tail, of course, it's got
Yeah.
the nice big broom tail.
So we're going to jump into the game and we're going to see what these feathered species look like. Before we do that, I just want to mention that, yeah, obviously if you're joining us, hi, this is the launch stream for the feathered species pack that we launched today for Jurassic World Evolution 2. And we're going to do some giveaways later on in the stream as well. And before, before we do that, I just want to give a shout out to I think Emma's parents are in chat and watching because I saw a message earlier saying that they were very proud of you. So that's wonderful.
Nice.
So shout out to Emma's
Hi,
parents.
Mom.
They
Hi,
should
Dad.
be. She's great.
And but yeah, before we jump into the game, let's roll the trailer for the feathered species pack, and we'll be right back after that.
Attention park managers, prepare to welcome some new feathered species into your park. The Dinochirus is a heavily built large animal featuring a striking feathered ridge, an elongated snout, and 2 gigantic forelimbs. Its impressive size provides helpful defensive capabilities. The Jaelopterus, its large eyes, multicolored feathers, and tiny frame make for quite the eye-catching addition to your park. A generous wingspan enables precision in flight maneuvers, and its extra long claws ensure a smooth landing. The Sinosauropteryx, small, agile, carnivorous. Up against one, prey might stand a chance, but against a pack, perhaps it won't be so lucky. The Eutyrannus sports 2 sharp horns and is almost entirely covered in feathers. They're known to instill fear into their enemies with their ferocious roar.
That, of course, was the trailer for the Feathered Species pack, out now for Jurassic World Evolution 2, and you can buy it wherever fine Jurassic World Evolution 2 software is sold. So that is Steam and the Epic Game Store and the PlayStation Store and the Xbox Store. I'm probably forgetting something because I think we're on the Windows Store as well, so excuse me for forgetting, but that is it. Yeah, it is out now. A lot of hype in chat for the trailer. People seem to be enjoying it quite a lot, which is very, very great, very, very good. And yeah, you can buy it now if you want to. But we're going to jump into the game and talk a little bit about first the free update 6, which has launched today as well. And then we're going to take a look at some of these lovely feathered species. So I think then, Adam, please, if you could, head on over. So first up, we got the cinematic camera, which, and it's now in goat cam, which I learned today has a goat cam. Basically, if you use the cinematic camera and you activate feeder view, it will literally give you a view of the feeders. And so we've got fish cam, we've got goat cam.
Love fish cam.
To be fair, from a human perspective, goat cam is probably the most appropriate.
I think so, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But you can also get these lovely views of Sinosauropteryx, for example, which is just so
Sleepy
cute.
cam.
Taking a little nap.
Yay! I just love it. I just love the tail.
Yeah.
Like, it reminds me of
Raccoon. Or
yeah, like raccoons or ferrets or things like that. And some of the animations that the animation team did also made it look a lot like that. So I think it's
we
really...
looked at a lot of raccoons and
Lemurs too, right?
yeah, and there's this really cute animal called a coati. I think it's from
yeah.
South
Coati
America.
Yeah.
So cute. They've got this kind of lemur tail. we looked at a lot of those.
And it's got funky faces too.
Yeah, they've got this face mask.
Love to see it. Yeah, I just, yeah, the overall look of all of these new species is just fantastic. But we're going to exit out of this. Oh, one of my dinosaurs is not doing. No, they're fine. Never mind. Exit out of our cinematic camera here. So we're going to talk briefly about the free update, and then we're going to talk more about the feathered species. So first off that we want to touch on are the new dome viewing galleries, which are, as you can see, new viewing galleries that you can place inside of your enclosures, which then allow your guests to have a full 360-degree view of what's happening
cool.
around them. Really cool. I mean, I would love to go into one of these if it
Yeah.
was a real thing. I would be terrified of something smashing through the glass,
Yeah.
but, you know.
It's like an aquarium tunnel. You're
Yeah,
afraid of
or swimming with
drowning.
sharks.
Yes.
Yeah, you're just sort of, you know, living for the thrill of the danger, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, if you place down these, you connect them up using a tunnel to a little entrance right here. And Of course, if you go into first-person view, you can just
Ooh.
walk up to it, boom, and you're in it.
Oh,
And then you look
That's
around, and there's a Eutyrannus, I think. Yes,
Yeah.
that's the Eutyrannus. And there's a Eutyrannus just walking around. And the rest of them are
smaller.
hiding, I think, somewhere.
well, it's kind of like going to a real zoo, and you go and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I want to see the lions, yay! And then you're like, where are they?
They're always inside.
Yeah, they're like sleeping.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like this is sort of the... Yeah, absolutely. I feel like this is sort of the Jurassic version of if you go to a zoo and there's a meerkat exhibit where you like pop your head up in like a little dome
Oh, I know
thing
those.
to see them.
Those
Yeah,
are great.
Kind of a similar thing.
And then a big Eutyrannus like tries to eat the person
Yeah.
in the
And you're
dome,
like,
and he's
"Oh,
just like, Arr.
Another thing we've added in are these new log viewing galleries, so now you can make your own T-Rex kingdom if that is your thing. I just noticed
They've got
the
aircon on.
air conditioning
Yeah.
units
Yeah.
on the side
yeah,
here,
that's a good idea.
Luxury.
as well as the camera, and I was like, that's the level of detail that I love
Yeah.
that we put into this game.
Fancy that in my house.
That would
Yeah.
get very warm. I'm glad there is aircon.
Yeah, especially with this glass. Like, imagine
Yeah.
the sun just baking
Oh.
this glass all the time.
Especially if you're on like a desert map or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, also same thing. You can just jump into it and look around. And I think in this enclosure, I have there they are right there.
Oh.
Sinosauropteryx
Disappearing into the meat.
having a snack. We love to see
Absolute feast.
it. Yes.
They're so chuffed.
And similar thing to the dome viewing gallery. They connect up to a remote entrance, and then your guests just walk in via tunnel. Very, very quick and easy. Let's see. We showed off cinematic camera mode. We have some new zipline variants. I just realized that I didn't choose all styles, so we only have access to the Jurassic World zipline. So
We have more of them though.
Yeah.
dumb choice me, but we do have more of them. So there are DFW and Jurassic Park ziplines. I'm not sure if I'd take the ziplines rides myself,
Over
but
the Eutyrannus exhibit.
it is right over the Eutyrannus exhibit, absolutely. But you can,
For the adrenaline
No, it's-
junkies.
yeah, for the
Yeah.
adrenaline junkies. So I have one going
Hold on,
over
for your
the
life.
Yeah.
Jailopterus here, and then slightly over the Eutyrannus exhibit right here. We can do it virtually,
The
even if we
corner of
can't do it
death.
IRL. Sorry?
The corner of death.
The corner of death, yeah, absolutely. So, be careful of what you see below you. Since obviously this is sandbox mode, I had to show off the new square maps that are quite sizable, and I'm taking up about, a small piece of it right here. My park may not have much in terms of looks, but it's got the thing it
practical.
needs.
It's in development, yeah.
It's got it where it
expanding.
counts, much
Yeah.
like the Millennium Falcon, and it's got the dinosaurs. It's utilitarian for so far. So we've added 6 new square levels in sandbox mode based on the different biomes, and there are also some square levels based on Southwest USA, San Diego, and the California levels. So you can just go hot wild, and I think these might be some of the bigger maps or biggest maps in the game. So for all you sandbox players out there who really like to get creative, here you go. This is what you can. Here's a way to just let go and be creative. Another thing that we want to mention here, it's in my notes, is the new unlimited feeders setting, which is something that the players have been asking for quite a while. I just need to find where it is. Yes, unlimited feeder reserves. Basically, keep it on. You never run out of anything. And we were talking about this before the stream started. My personal headcanon is that Jurassic Park and World just clones all the goats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Otherwise
how
they'd run out
else
of-
would you have
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
destroyed the entire goat population all over the world? That is my headcanon, at
Yeah.
least.
It's kind of like they eat the same goat every time.
Yes, yeah. Not a lot of food variety, I guess.
No, that's
But let's not get into that. That's a whole other kettle of fish.
practicalities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
practicalities. So yeah, that is a lot of. I think a lot of sandbox players are going to be happy that we've added that in. And another thing that I realized as I was looking through the patch notes this morning and getting them ready, is a fun new thing for flying reptiles. This is another thing that people have asked us for a bit. Because it used to be that you could only release your flying reptiles into the aviaries. And, I figured that's where they should be kept.
Yeah.
But with this update, you can now just release them anywhere
No, what are
via
you
helicopter.
doing? No.
Chaos.
So if you want to, you can just release a Quetzalcoatlus into your park, like I'm doing right here,
Chaos.
and just unleash a bit of chaos. I'm actually gonna. All right,
A healthy
everyone.
level of stress is good for the mind.
Keeps you, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Keeps you
Engaged.
sharp.
Yeah, adrenaline, a bit of adrenaline
So
never
they're
killed
getting
anyone.
some cardio in, all the guests.
Yeah,
Good to try that out and see if the emergency measures all working properly.
exactly. So I'm just gonna have my helicopter place down this Quetzalcoatlus here.
A bit droopy,
Floppy.
It'll be fine.
floppy man.
And
Or
just
woman,
needs to wake
actually.
up a bit, and there it is. Boom.
Off
Look
it
at it
goes.
go.
Wild Quetzalcoatlus. Off it goes to
It's
build
a
its
feature
territory.
in the park. It's on the posters.
Yes.
Come get eaten by a.
Come get potentially eaten by Quetzalcoatlus. Come
Yeah.
put your life in danger in Jurassic Park, California. I think this is California map. I don't remember actually. But yeah, no, this is 100% now a thing you can do. A legitimate feature that we added to the game because
Not a bug,
people
it's a
asked for it.
feature.
It is 100% a feature. But I'm gonna
I love it.
just do. Hold on. What's the right button? There we
Shoot
go.
him out of the sky.
Boom. Yes, I'm gonna sell him to the highest bidder.
Oh no.
So I'm just going to make
gonna
sure
be
that this
someone's
gets
very-
sorted.
It's all
But
about
yeah,
money.
that is
Very
now a
expensive
thing
pet.
you can do. Because I know that there's a lot of players out there who love to build sort of, not sanctuary things.
Like
Like a
wildlife
nature
reserve.
reserve.
Thank you,
Yeah.
wildlife reserves. Yes, nature reserves. So that is why we're doing this here.
I think that's the best approach you could do with a bunch of wild escaped dinosaurs.
You can let the Quetzal be. He's not. They're
He's
not
just
doing anything.
perching, yeah.
Right now, yes, but then once
Oh.
the guests appear, nice little flop there. And emergency over. Cool. And obviously you can read all of the patch notes and things over on our website or on our forums. So just head on over there and you'll find the full patch notes. I think our mods might also be able to put some links in the chat down there if you're looking for that. So I think then we can talk about a quality of life update that I find to be quite adorable. And that is that we're also going to show you a video actually. So we're going to show a video right here.
Oh,
First world premiere of this thing doing something new. So the certain small dinosaurs now will raise their heads above water when walking through water. So here we have the Chunkingosaurus keeping its head above water.
Great.
I think it's a cute little just extra
You're
addition.
doing a great job.
Yeah,
I'm very
it's
proud
just-
of them.
Yeah, because it used to be they would just sort of walk through it, and now
Yeah.
they raise their head to add
Aw.
that little bit of verisimilitude to the game. And I have noticed a couple of people have been asking, what about the very, very tiny dinosaurs? They will generally navigate around water, so they won't just go into the water. They will just navigate around it. They will go up to water to drink, obviously, but they won't just go through it now. So keep in mind when you're designing your enclosures. But yeah, that is the Chunkingosaurus, and I think there's a whole list
chunky.
of dinosaurs, but I don't have it right now. But yeah,
Love the
there's
Chunkingosaurus.
several dinosaurs that will do it. So it definitely includes the Chunkingosaurus, which we just saw. Right. Another thing to mention from the sort of quality of life side of things is that toilets, amenities, and shelters will be built instantly in your parks, which is very handy if you're need to get those things up quickly. And another cool thing, if we can jump back into the game view here, Adam, is, and I know this has also been requested by certain members of the community, there is now a multi-place feature. Because it used to be, you have your shelter, you place it down, and then that was the one shelter you placed. And place it down, and then that was the one shelter you placed. And that was it. But now, if you, for example, want to place multiple emergency shelters, you hold down Control, and just click away.
That's perfect for when people release all the avian
Yes.
reptiles
Yeah.
into the.
Exactly. You'll be like, oh no, I need more. I
Emergency,
need more of these
emergency.
shelters.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. So that is for. I think that also is available for pretty much everything that previously used to be one thing.
Sweet.
So, for example, you can do it with your viewing galleries.
I'm going to use that a lot.
Same thing. So I want a viewing gallery there, and I want a viewing gallery. Well, can't place it there, but here, for example, I can put one there. So it works for multiple types of buildings.
Very
Best
cool.
update so far, says Beast Edits. Thank you very much. And I just hook them up to my paths here. I just hook them up to my paths here. And come on. We're good to go. Oh, there's a lot of congestion here. I'll sort that
Well,
later.
we just put down more viewing galleries.
I just
so
put down more
that
viewing
should help.
galleries, so it's it's going to be very popular. But yeah, so if you, I think it's RB1 according to Je Play and Watch over on chat. So that is also available on console. It's available across the board. Nice. And we got some UI changes as well. If you're placing down rocks, for example, you have the random rock placement button.
That's cool.
I love random.
Which people went very excited. People were very excited about this, and when we showed it off in the last live stream.
You know, I built a lot of sandbox parks.
Yeah.
And rocks is a big thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
You place down loads of rocks.
I do like a bit of randomization, so you don't
Yeah.
need to make the active choice. It just sort of
So it changes the
plop
size as
something
well.
down.
Yeah.
It's like different
How
ones.
cool is that? Yeah, you
Random
made a
tiger
little...
rock, random desert rock. It changes size, rotation, changes everything. It's weird. It changes size, rotation, changes everything. It's
Oh,
weird.
so useful.
I like
Very
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely a quality of life.
And finally, for park managers who want a more customizable managed view, we've added some view toggles for various things. For example, for hold on, where is it? For feeders, you can toggle ranger post visits. You can toggle for monorail tours. A bunch of different things you can do for different things in your parks when you mess around in the UI. So yeah, that's a full list of that over on our forums and on our website. So check that out there. All right, now what you've all been waiting for. Let's head on over to these prehistoric species, and we're gonna first take a look at the species field guide for none other than the Euterranus, in case you missed it the first time around. So that's a negative on the Euterranus species field guide from our producer Adam. Well, then we will jump right over then to the actually we're going to do one of our giveaways. And speaking of feathers, I'm going to put this away for a bit.
Are you going to give away some feathers?
No, I wish we could give away some feathers. That'd be fun if we had dinosaur feathers. We're going to give away some Jurassic World Evolution 2 bundles. We're going to do one now, and we're going to do one later. And the Jurassic World Evolution 2 bundles includes the backpack you can see on the shelf right there next to the keyboard. It includes a water bottle, which you can see right here. It includes a Jurassic World Evolution 2 mug, which you can see here. It has the amazing Jurassic World Evolution 2 logo, as well as the Fish and Wildlife DFW logo on the other side. And there's going to be some pins in there as well as a notebook, which is not visible right now, but it is a notebook. You write notes in it. That's what you do with it. So we're going to kick that giveaway off right now. And we're going to... Hold on, give me a second. Yes, so to enter the giveaway, I'm going to give you all a keyword that you will need to type out in chat, and the giveaway will close in about...
Okay, guys, and there you have it from the development team from Frontier about the new pack, about Jurassic World Evolution with the Feathers pack. This looks like a really cool game. It looks like a really fun addition to some of the stuff that we've been doing. You can take a look through here and you can see it has all kind of the normal stuff that you would expect to see from like Frontier development, and it is out now, released in November of 2021. But the new pack, the Feathers pack, is now available. If you enjoyed this, if you want to see this game played, maybe before you go out and buy it, drop a like, drop a comment, let me know. All right, guys, I will see you in the next one.